So I've been doing a little bit of off-screen mining. As you guys probably know if you watched last episode, I said I was going to do some mining between, episode 2 and episode 3, which is what you're watching now. Technically, it hasn't started yet. I'm going to be doing it. I'm probably going to end up recording it later on tonight, but I thought I'd bring you guys in because I've been mining and I found something really interesting. I'll explain all the armor situation and tool stuff a little bit later when we actually start the episode. A little janky, I know, but we'll talk about that later. But I've been mining. I'm in a ravine. And I found something. I don't know what that is, but it looks shiny and I want it. Oh, God. Please, I'm really hoping that it is what I think it is. Please be what I think you are. Because it does. Yes! Yeah, I found diamonds! Yeah, I found diamonds. I found some diamonds. I thought I'd give you guys... I thought I'd show you guys me finding diamonds for the first time. I found some diamonds. I found some diamonds. I'm so excited because we could use these for some things and stuff and awesomeness. And now, get on to the video. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Beyond. How you guys doing today? I'm doing really good. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. I'm having a really great day. We're back playing some modded Minecraft again today. I'm really excited to jump into today's episode because today we're getting back. Well, we're not getting back. We're getting into technology. But before we get into that, I want to say thank you guys for sitting down with me today because I really do appreciate it. I'm really glad you decided to come hang out with me today. I really am glad you decided to come hang out with me today because today we're going to be doing some very important things. But before we get into that, last episode, or in that little cut you saw at the beginning of the video, I was mining and I got tons of stuff now. Check all this stuff out. And I got diamonds. Got 4 diamonds. I didn't find any more other than in that little clip. So that's kind of unfortunate. Got tons of iron. Got tons of awesome resources. I've also smelt down some things. I didn't smelt down everything, and the reason for that was because I don't like wasting ores, so I don't want to use them all up and then not be able to double them. I love doubling my ores, and that's what we're going to be trying to get into today. So I was going through the NEI, or the JEI, whatever you want to call it, trying to figure out what I wanted to use for power. Now, my ultimate plan is to use solar power and to use wind power. I was even thinking about doing wind power, but unfortunately, before we can get into that, I'm going to need, I'm going to have to make a coke oven. Because unfortunately for the wind power, you're gonna need treated wood, and treated wood I think needs kerosene or kerosile. It's some weird fluid, and you can only get that through a coke oven. So, and I don't feel like building that today. I don't have the resources for that just yet, so I'm gonna be getting that stuff off screen. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go ahead and jump straight into generators, and then I'm gonna use these to get our order automation going today, which is what I want to do. Because what my plan is I want to use. I haven't decided between survivalist generators or just regular furnace generators. Because these are going to produce more power but use up my coal a lot quicker. And these guys aren't going to make nearly as much power, but they're going to end up saving my stuff in the long run. Let me look at this really quickly because I can also jump straight into solar. Solars won't be that difficult because I have wood, I have redstone. I don't have much redstone though. I have a little bit of redstone. Ooh, interesting. How much redstone do you need? 2 per. Interesting. So I can make 10 of these. Or let me see, how much redstone? Nothing at all. Okay, good. So these will only take a piece of iron. Do I have iron? Yes, I have iron. And of course, all of these guys are going to take all of this iron. So yeah, I'm going to start out with survivalist generators, and I'm also going to start out with I'm going to try to get up to tier 2 solar panels that generate 8 RF per tick, which would be suffice. It'll suffice for now. So these here aren't very difficult to build. I just need wood of any kind, redstone. The mirrors will take glass, which we do have a desert nearby, so that's not a problem. And then iron, which I do have a lot of. And if I have to smelt down some more, that's not really that big of a deal. And of course, the tier 2s require a piston. Don't know why. Interesting idea. And then if I wanted to even jump up to the tier 3, I could theoretically, because I have lapis, I can make more mirrors. I can make a repeater. I can make a repeater, not a big idea. Iron, not a big idea. So, I mean, not a big problem. So I could theoretically jump all the way up to tier 3. Let me see, tier 4. I think tier 4 is where I'm going to start hitting snags because I'll have to make, I mean, that's just a lot of crafting, and I don't feel like I want to jump all the way up to tier 4 just yet. Maybe in a little bit later in the future we'll be able to do that. Tier 3 is a little bit of a stretch for me for right now because I do have a lot of resources, but I don't have a lot of redstone. So that's going to be my biggest kicker right there. So I have to wait and see what happens with that. But that's my plan for right now. And of course, with if you guys have not been around whenever we've done automated ore processing, I always love doing mine through what's it called? Through thermal expansion. Now, I've got a couple different issues that I'm going to have to do, and I'm going to have to figure out right off the bat. So for thermal expansion, I always like to use my redstone furnace and my pulverizers. Now, I don't know if these guys can be upgraded. I do know that these exist. So I don't know if this means that we can upgrade stuff. I have never used this stuff before because they've updated thermal expansion. So I'm hoping these upgrade kits work. I'm hoping they work, and I have no problem with them because these guys are pretty slow without them. So that's what I'm hoping. Cross our fingers. Cross our fingers with that. But I have one other problem that I'm going to have to solve, and that's power transfer. Now, unfortunately, they took out the conduits or the ducts or whatever they're called from thermal expansion, which is very, very unfortunate. So that means that I'm going to have to use Ender IO because the only conduits that we have in the NEI or the JEI or whatever you want to call it, the only conduits we have are from Ender IO. And now this usually isn't a problem because I personally just end up using these anyway. But the problem is this conductive iron, which means I'm going to have to create an alloy smelter, which requires even more redstone. So, I've got a lot of crafting to do. Let's put it that way. And this guy takes machine casings, ferni, and basic capacitors, which even makes even more redstone. Lots of redstone. Don't currently have a ton of redstone. That might mean I have to go back mining, which I don't want to do. I love mining, but I got a time restraint. I don't want to have to do that. Oh well, I will have to. Looks like I will because that's a ton of redstone. That's a lot of redstone for me to have to go through because I got fernize. I'm gonna need one of these. So that's 4. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. I only have 20. So yeah, that's my plan. We got a plan. I'm sticking to it. I'm going to get all this stuff done today. I'm going to be coming in and out intermediately as I start getting stuff built and getting things ready for you guys. But that's my plan, and let's get on and let's get this thing done. I'm actually really excited about this because this is really our first step into becoming self-sufficient. I love technology. Let's get this stuff going. All right, guys, welcome back. So I have finally dug myself out of the rabbit hole that I jumped into. It took me a little bit, but I was able to finally get myself out. So I need you guys, if you guys are standing up, I need you to sit down. So I need you guys to stand back. I'm about to explain some modded Minecraft science, okay? All right, let's get our big boy pants on. Let's put our lab coats on because I got a lot to talk about. I have done so much crafting. All right, let's check it out. Okay, I know it doesn't look like much, but I have decided, and I figured this out, and you know, it kind of dawned on me after that last little bit that I don't have to get into Ender IO today because immersive engineering is a thing. So what I did first was I went ahead, I built my survivalist generators. Now, these things are kind of baller. I'm really glad that I decided to make these things because they're extremely cheap. Each one of them only produces 5 RF a tick, which is not much, but I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is 40 RF a tick, which is good. And once I change these over, it'll be another 40, so that'll be 80 RF a tick per thing. Now, the reason why I like them so much is it's just for how long they can go, and it's ridiculous the amount of power that these things are able to produce over time. It does take a while because these things are pretty slow, but it does produce quite a lot of power. For one block of coal, it produces 800,000 RF per tick at 5 RF per tick. And if you guys don't know how long that is, it's over 2 freaking hours. So in 2 hours, I will have 800,000 RF a tick from this one survivalist generator. So that one block of coal has been going on for 7 minutes, and it will be going on for another 2 hours, which for some people think that's not a good thing because it takes so long, but for me, I think it's a good thing because it can it's like stretching itself out over a long period of time because I don't have a lot of coal right now, and I don't plan on actually using this forever. I only use this as like the beginner game stages, okay? So, super easy, super simple to make. Next thing that I wanted to jump into was how am I going to move the power? So I was originally going to do Ender IO with their conduits, but that was going to have to require me to make a machine that I didn't want to have to make yet, so I decided to scrap that idea. And I remembered about immersive engineering. Luckily, immersive engineering has their wire connectors, they have their wire, and then they have their relays. So the way that these things work, and I think I still, no I don't, I was looking at branches because I had to move this stuff, but let me look really quickly. Let's go at immersive. So the way that these things work is you can make these leveled, connectors and relays, and they either are low voltage, medium voltage, or high voltage. I don't know the ranges, so don't ask me, because I don't know. I haven't looked it up. I've never messed with immersive engineering before. I'm only dealing with low voltage because for right now, I'm only moving small amounts of power. I don't know what they're capped at. I have not done the research. I am a dunce. I am sorry. I don't know. So what I decided to do was I just made the regular low voltage wire connectors, which is hardened clay and copper, and then I decided to make the relays, which is more hardened clay and more copper. So the way that this stuff works is that you connect the connectors. I know that's weird, ain't it? Connect the connectors to the machine that you want to draw and then put power into. And then these things can be connected to these relays. So for each one of these guys can be connected to only one connector can be connected to one thing at a time. You cannot connect a connector to two different relays. You can only connect one connector to a single relay. I've tried that. And once you've already connected a connector to something, you can't connect another wire to it, which is kind of, it's a thing. So, and luckily, but the relays can have as many as possible, as far as I know. There probably is a limit. I just don't know what it is yet. At least I don't know what it is yet. I'll probably end up looking it up after I get done. So I connected all of these guys to this one relay, and then I have this one relay connecting over to this other connector, which is then made to put in power to this energy cell. Now here's my next roadblock. This energy cell in total can hold 2 million RF, which is a lot for right now. It's going to be able to hold me over until I started getting into capacitor banks, which is my which will be my long-term storage. Luckily for right now, this thing was relatively cheap except for one item. So let's go ahead and look this guy up. Let's go energy. There we go. No energy. Okay, so the way that this thing works, let me see if I can find it really quickly. Did I spell energy right? Yeah, I did. Where are you? Where is it? I know it was here a second ago. Hold on. I'm probably staring at it. I bet you guys can see it. Oh well. Let's go to thermal. Thermal, there it is. So energy cell. What you need for this is that you need to build an energy cell frame, which is super simple. Iron, lead, glass, more iron and lead. That's it. No problem. Now, the problem is this thing, the redstone conductive coil. This requires redstone and electrum. This was my next roadblock. Then I thought to myself, oh no, I gotta make a machine. No, dang it. So luckily, we have the original Applied Energistics 2. Now, I don't know if this has anything to do with just the fact that we have Applied Energistics 2, the actual mod. I don't know if they actually remade the machine that I ended up using, which was the quartz grindstone. I don't know if they have that in like other mods, but because I couldn't find it. But luckily, since we had Applied Energistics 2, we can use the quartz grindstone. This thing is a lifesaver. This kept me from having to create another machine that I didn't want to have to create, which would have been probably either the alloy smelter or the induction smelter. Both of which I will end up making sooner or later. I just didn't want to make them now. So the way that this thing works is these things are pretty cheap. It's just basically cobblestone, wood, and nothing. It was nothing. And then you put stuff in here, like I could put this in here, and then I could toggle this thing. I know it's manual, holy crap. You basically press down your right click button until it's done. You get your polarized stuff out. Perfect. And then of course the way that electrum is built is 1 gold and 1 silver. Makes the electrum blend, smelt that bad boy down, get your ingot. I should still have the other one, I think I do. Do I not have it? I don't know. I don't know where that other one went. But this is now my energy cell. So the bulk of this is now, I hit my mic. I'm sorry. I'm using hand motions. You guys can't see that. But now the bulk of my problem is over with. I've got most of it done. So the next part that I'm going into, I just want to give you guys a little bit of an update video, giving you guys, so I didn't have to explain all this at one time. But the next thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be creating both the redstone furnace. I'm going to be creating the pulverizer. I'm also going to be jumping into the solars, which is that's why the reason I have all this glass ready. I do have a lot of redstone still left over. I had to go back mining, which I didn't want to have to do, but I went ahead and did it anyways. I got me some redstone. I got some glass. I've got some more iron. I'm probably going to just go ahead and make more. What I'm planning on doing is, the reason that I'm not going to jump into it, the solar panels, like right away, is because I feel like if I went ahead and got my ore processing, I don't know why I'm not looking at you guys, but I feel like if I get the ore processing done first, and get all my items and ores done first, and then I can go in to do the solars. So I'm probably going to make more survivalist generators, get the machines that I want, get all that stuff going, and I'll bring you guys back in once I got it done. And then we can actually make automatic ore processing, which is what I wanted to get done today. And I'll get to show you guys how I do it. Super simple. I just did a backup. Awesome. Because I needed that apparently. Alright guys, welcome back. So I went ahead, hooked up 8 more survivalist generators. So now we're cooking with gas now, guys. I don't know where that came from, but we've got 80 RF per tick in all of these guys, which is good. All right, and now this guy has already been completely filled. I also played some furnace here because I was smelting up some things as I needed them, and I was making toast because toast is amazing. I love my toast; it's good food. So I've also made these 2 guys. All right, guys. Now I'm gonna be showing you. Now I gotta talk to you guys for a second, okay? I'm going to be showing you the patented Ballentinelp trick for automatic ore processing. Okay? Don't be telling anybody this. This is a secret. It's between me and you. It's not like this is going on the internet or anything. But what I do, and again, this could be, well, this is how I do it. And I've had no problems with it in the past, and it works perfectly for me. And what's great is you can build multiples of these. So what I decided to do, and the way that I do it, is I first take my my pulverizer. This is going to be your ore duplicator, and I'm going to place this guy. I wanted to make it not in the way, but I don't want to be too close. Let's do it here. All right, so this is going to be your duplicator. This guy is going to be taking your ores themselves, pulverizing them, making dust out of them. And then the way that it works is that for each ore that you have, like ore as in this guy right here, like this one iron ore, it will make 2 dust out of it. Instead of transferring this one ore into 1 ingot, it actually makes 2 dust out of it. And then each one of those dusts can be smelted down into an ingot. So that means that I can essentially transform this 1 iron ore into 2 ingots. That is duplicating ores. Well, it's not duplicating, it's doubling. So, okay, that's what this guy does. And now this guy will automatically take the dust that comes from this guy and smelt it. All right, so now the way that the chain of command works is that I am then going to take a hopper. Basically, all of my ores are going to feed into this hopper, which is then going to feed into this pulverizer, which is then going to feed into this redstone furnace, which is then going to feed into a chest that I'm going to be sitting right there. And then I'm going to be setting a chest here so that all of my ores are basically going to be sitting in here. They're going to be feeding into this hopper, which would then feed into this pulverizer, which would then feed into this redstone furnace, which would then feed into this chest. Perfect line, perfect chain of command. Completely simple. That's stupid easy. I've never had any problems with this in the past. Now this might be a little close with these relays. I don't exactly know how this relay thing's going to work. Ooh, I'm actually interesting. I might have to move this back one because of the way these relays work. I mean, these connectors work, because I can't connect you directly to you. Because I don't think I can, at least. No, I don't believe I can. Nope, can't do that. Look at this chat, by the way. This was me learning how to work with these cables. Okay, but this is the basic behind it. So I'm gonna have to move this forward and then do another connector. Let me do that really quickly. Boom. Boom. Okay, cool. So I have now set this guy back up. The way that I had to do is I had to move it forward by a block, and then I had to place the connectors on top. I originally wanted to put them on the back, but hey, it ain't a big deal. This isn't going to be the permanent solution. I do plan on actually making an area for this stuff, for my power generation and then for my ore automation. Later on, if I do end up staying in this hobble hole for any longer, I have absolutely no idea. I want to start working on a base idea pretty soon, but I'm going to need to get a lot of resources for that because that's going to take a ton of stuff. So that might be after we get a quarry going. which means I'm going to have to get my main power going. I don't know. We'll figure that out when that comes. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But now, the way that these things need to be set up is really simple. So, blue is in, orange is out. What are the other colors? What do you mean? I have no clue. I actually don't know what the other colors mean. I don't know if they actually do anything specifically, but I've always connected the idea of blue being in, orange being out. So, what I am now going to do is I'm going to take you, I'm going to stick you in there, follow the chain of commands, or hopper, pulverizer. I said pulverizer? I know they're not very fast, are they? And then, yay, it works. Now, hold on. It's got to work. Yay, it works. Hey, it works. Sweet. So now all I have to do is I'm going to take all of my ores, take all of you. Can I use you? I guess I can. I don't even know if this stuff will pulverize. I don't know what will and what won't. But I'm just going to stick it all in here and do trial by fire, I guess. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. I hope that you guys had fun today, and I hope that you guys learned some things. I know I always like doing this, and I always like showing this off to people because it's such a simple and easy design for modded, but it's one of the most powerful things that I've ever created. Even though I don't believe I was the first person to ever think this up, I guarantee someone else did sooner. Probably, I have no idea. But don't forget, guys, if you hated this video, you know where to put it. But if you did enjoy, do not forget to hit the like button, guys. Like I always like to say, you guys have been showing such amazing support on my channel so far, and I want to say thank you guys for all your amazing support. Guys, episode 1 has been doing amazing. We're almost at 20 likes. We're doing really great in that department. I really do appreciate it. And I always say this, but hey, I might as well keep reiterating it for you guys. But I really do appreciate all the likes and comments and smart remarks and all that stuff you guys have been putting on the videos, because it really does help me out. It helps out the channel itself, and you know, it's just something I just wanted to say thank you for. I really do appreciate it. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, and hope all of you have a great and wonderful rest of your day. See you guys later.